beers, wines and spirits review, albeit a live one. And I actually managed tonight, unfortunately, to put it in public instead of unlisted. Hey, you know, you learn. So tonight, reviewing from Verdant, who are one of the craft breweries, one of the bigger craft breweries in the country at the moment. And it's their People, Money, Space, Time. A session, session pale ale at 3.8%. On the hop side of things, it's Mosaic. Oh no, it says hot side, Mosaic. On the cold side, Citra and Mosaic. So, bit of a Mosaic thing going off. Imported into Norway by Caskers. Yeah, what that means. So they've obviously got foreign things going off. Good evening, Mr. Bowman, and good evening, Benjamin. Yes, it is a bit low ABV. I've had to have a brandy shot beforehand just to up the ABV. It is Baltic tonight again. I've got no gas bottle in the beer room because the gas bottle was at the barbecue. So, good evening, all. And I picked this up last week from the Lord Harrowby. So, not had a Verdant for a long while. Didn't get the putty release that came out. Primarily because I'm not buying beers that are all hype. I'll buy beers when I want to buy beers. You had this last weekend? Ah, rightio. So, it's a good looking pour, gotta be honest. Only had it on keg, rightio. Yeah, it was about £4, I think, at least. Something along them lines. Nice orangey pour. Looks a bit of a juice fest of a pour, to be fair. Centimetre of white head. I mean, it looks nice. It does. It could be a double IPA, if you didn't know it was, and a 3.8%. 3.8%. What's the world coming to? Hey, £4 from Bottle Shop. £3 each, rightio. Obviously, at the moment, funds are what they are. Good evening, Danny. It does look good, doesn't it? Certainly a hoppy tropical nose on this. Let's dive in anyway, because as thirsty and I'm cold. Okay, that's interesting. For a beer of a low ABV, it tastes like it could be a double IPA. And that's good evening, Kevin. Yeah, that's interesting because let's be fair, if you want to lower your ABV content but don't want to lose out on good taste and good looking beers, then that's a sort of beer that, for me, just by that first taste, is one of them beers that ticks that box. It's saying, you don't have to be an 8%er to be something that looks good and certainly tastes good. And fair play. Yeah, not really big on 3.8% as myself, but, I'll give credit where credit's due. You wouldn't think that was 3.8% on the taste. Plenty of hops in there. It's really good flavour to it. It is good flavour. £21 for 6 cans. Yeah, I can believe that. Sat outside on a hot day. Yeah, shame it's not hot today. Bit bloody freezing today. Yeah. And we're in for about 3 or 4 days of this, aren't we? And then it starts to warm up again. And I can't wait for the warm weather. Yeah. I've had a long enough winter. Being outside in the cold. It's not nice, you want to be in the warm, don't you? But as beers go, it looks nice. And one of these days I'll treat myself to Dutty, their hype beer. But you've had a tickle of snow today already. Oh, I mean, it's been bitterly cold in Nottingham. The rain paired with the wind, God, it just rips through you. And even when, I'm grafting away, and even so, it's bloody gets you to the bone. And that's with multiple layers of good clothes on. I wear nice thick clothes because obviously you know what's coming. And yeah, straight through those clothes, not the greatest. So lovely juice fest of a pour. It looks the part, that bright orange colour. Rightio. Yeah, I do wonder this. With bigger breweries, mouth was drooling. Yeah. Do you find when breweries get bigger that quality drops? Cloudwater made that foolish mistake of going in with Brewdog, and that didn't do their brand reputation any good. And obviously, I'm not. My background's not craft beer like the likes of Craig and people are. That's down Bolton Avenue. That. Hey. Good evening, Mr. Bolton. So yeah, 3.8%. Looks good, smells good, tastes good. You can't ask for any more than that, can you? If this was a double IPA, you'd taste it and you would accept that it was. However, it's only 3.8%, but it still has got that juice fest going on. So you can't really. I've actually got 2 Cloudwater beers, mate. So they're coming up on the next couple of days. Yeah, I do wonder with breweries, when they get big. And I suppose it's the same with everything in life. You know, even if you look at something as daft as beer reviewers, when they're not so well known and all that, the attention to detail is more there. They get bigger, and then it becomes more about money. That's a sad thing, I suppose. Good evening, Mr. Adam. How are you, matey? Yeah, we don't want no bloody snow down here. And I get that, Bullman. With the costs, you can understand that because hops cost a lot of money. So you have to look at yeah, you have to look at the cost of things, the duty, because duty's going up. Trust me, duty's going up. Um, and I suppose it's about getting the best taste and aroma in a beer, but keeping it down. The troubles. Yeah, I'm doing a Cloudwater review tomorrow night, mate. Yeah, I've seen that too, Di. 70p a pint. Ouch. Bloody hell. I'll be drinking piss water at this rate, but I won't. I'll be drinking Wraggys Kentucky, um, Kentucky bourbon in barley wine. Hey, that's what I'll be drinking. Yeah, but anyway. I think you're right, Benjamin. I've got a good friend who works for Castle Rock Brewery, i.e., these people, and he's a lovely bloke, and he's been having mental health issues, and I don't think he'd be bothered about me saying this, and he's come off the beer, and he's lost 3 stone, and can't fault him for that. Um, and this thing about lowering your ABV, you got to think about your health as well as the booze side of things. And I get that, we all, but We all do what we do. You know, if you need to drop it, you need to drop it. Simple as that. Wraggy's own brew. Yeah, yeah. You want some of my own brew. It's fucking amazing. And there we go. Necessary Evil Caribbean Rum. That sounds absolutely amazing. More people are going to go homebrew. You're damn well right. I think homebrew is going to tip the balance at some stage. With COVID, homebrew exploded, and it's going to be the same. People are going to get into homebrew, and then they'll see what the craft beer breweries are doing, and they'll jump into bag beer, you know, brewing a bag, like what I'm going to do this year. You know, it's a cheap way, and this is something on this channel I want to say to people: you can do grain, but you can do it cheap. I can't afford, literally can't afford to do it the proper way, like Bolton's doing. I know there are cheaper ways of doing it. You know, Bramall does it off a stove, and fair play to that. But I want to go the brewing a bag way. Just say to people, this is a way you can do it. You know, and yeah, like I say, I think homebrew is gonna explode, especially when beer prices go silly. Brennan Johnson is just like his dad. He's going to be an amazing player. And I hope he stays at Forest and doesn't go to a big club where he's in the background. You want him as our star. He is star potential. See, with grain brewing, Benjamin, with the brewing a bag technique, you, as far as I know, Bolton will know a lot more than I do. There's a bag. as as far as I know. You put the stuff in a bag and it goes into the boiler thing, and you do that process, and then from there it goes into the fermenter, I think, and then you add the yeast once the temperature cools down. I presume that's the way it goes. Obviously, I've been on many a brewery tour. I've brewed Wraggys Golden Ale, so I've seen how, you know, it goes into the mash tun, then to the copper, then to the fermenter, and then to the conditioning tanks. See, even sometimes I actually take notice. Yeah, although I was actually sober that day, didn't get a bloody sniff of a drink, not even a sniff of a beer. Bang the Elephant, got there in the morning, 7 o'clock. What was the first beer? 13%. Fucking, no wonder it didn't end well. Yeah. 5:45 at night. Oh no, I lasted well for 11 hours. 5:45 at night, steaming out my arse. But it was a great day. Oh, I pray to God they invite me on another one of them. Hey, that was an amazing day, and the hospitality was just top notch. If there's something Bang the Elephant do is great hospitality. The wife of one of the brewers, she just, her sausages are amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Did I kill the comments again? Just to get you hammered. I think they did, you know. How fucking steaming. I'd use a grain father water sparges for brewing the bag. Yeah, I mean, this thing that I was recommended is a Pifco, I don't know. And it's recommended by a homebrew shop. So they recommended it to me. Canadian lager, gonna try. Yeah, you know, playing around with kits is definitely the interesting thing. There we go. So it's good to be catching back up. Bollocks. Fuck's sakes. Down my arm. Fucking hell. Well, my fucking arm's wet. Spilt the bastard thing on the floor. Good evening, Chris and Jackman. How are you? Fuck's sakes. People ate and pissed. Good evening, Adam. My jumper smells absolutely lovely now. Anyway, yeah. Fucking hell. Slip of the fucking can. Too strong. But it's a nice beer nonetheless. Luckily, there wasn't a lot on the floor. I think it's all gone down his fucking arm. Pardon my French. Do apologise. You don't get swearing on other people's beer reviews, and I really need to calm that down. It's most uncouth, and one does apologise. Yeah, pissed off because it's not the cheapest of beers in the world. Yeah, it's not a £1 man's brown ale, and I know our man Greg, Mr. Bullman Beer Reviews, loves his man's brown ale. 4.2% stout from Kent Beer Reviews part of the world. Oh, what's that, meter? I can't believe it. Good evening, Craig H. Spunked his beer over it. Yeah, no, Jesus Christ. I'm pissed off with that. I'll go to bed tonight and I'll be pissed off. Thank God it wasn't one of my Imperial Stouts, otherwise I would really be pissed off. Apologies to anybody from Verdant watching this in the future. A question to all of you watching and anybody in the future. Whitstable Bay's Black Stout. Oh, not had that, mate. That's a new one on me. How much on an average week do people spend on beers? Average, because obviously some weeks you won't, some weeks you will. But just on average, that is a fantastic beer, mate. The quality, you'd think it was a double IPA. Yeah, you'd think it was a double IPA. The aroma, the taste, as much as I can. 20 to 25 quid. Too much. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, not bought a beer this year. Woof. To be fair, this time last year, when I was doing gardens every week, I was spending between 30 to 50 pounds a week on beers. At the moment, because I'm trying to ditch all the beers behind me and get the beer wall down to a much lesser content, I'm trying to go as low as anything between a £5 and 15 quid a week, and I've got rid of a lot of beers, if I'm being honest. A 10 a week if you don't go out drinking. Fair play. You've had 6 cans of the People Money Space Time turn up today. Hey, it's a nice beer, mate. It looks the part, doesn't it? You're in the pub twice a week. Yeah, I'm in the pub this week. I'm in about 50 on the Friday and Saturday. So yeah, 10 a week's not bad, Adam, really. I mean, at the moment, I'm buying no Imperial Stouts. I've got enough of my own anyway, so I'm brewing my own. You only drink at home. Yeah, mate, I totally understand that. I don't go out drinking that much, primarily because a few things. One, not really got anybody local who's a craft beer fan or that much of a mate who I can go out drinking with. Two, money. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. It's as simple as that. And sometimes free. By the time I've turned the eating off beer. Beer is more important. Fair play. Yeah. There's no eating in the shed at the moment. I'm freezing my balls off. Ooh, balls. Killed your comment there, Adam. Yeah, big orders. Big orders are probably better because you're not paying for postage. Paying for postage is just losing money. Fair play, Greg. You've got it sorted there, mate. You've got to take the wife out, then one on your own as well. Hey, it's the way. Emperor's New Impy. Which was the Emperor's? Because he has. I know he's released a brand new one. Order 66 or something. Or Execute Order 66. I've not. I like the Emperor's Brewery beers, but he did one on me at Christmas and he pissed me off. So I kind of gone off him a little bit because of that. And yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. Excuse, yeah, it was that. Yeah, I thought it would be 30 Oddies Peters. Fair play. Good evening, Mr. Bramall. And yeah, I am trying to get on 7:30 every night now. Not Friday and Saturday this week. Sadly, on Friday and Saturday, I'm out at the pub both nights. I'm having a kid's birthday uh, rest meal thing on Friday night and a booze up on Saturday night. So for once, I'm actually out 2 nights in a row, which is bloody unheard of for me. But yeah, meeting good friends, and sometimes it's nice to get out. I mean, I'm lucky in Nottingham, so many good pubs. The thing is with supermarkets, there are so many. I know supermarkets are mainly traditional, and there are so many good traditional beers in the UK that have never made it in supermarkets. If you think of every brewery in supermarkets, you could change every one of them for different beers in that brewery, and wow, you'd still have a stunning array of beers, and even ones that have disappeared just recently. Saturday in Newcastle with a messer. Having had a baby last month, Matt. Oh, bless you, mate. Congratulations. Boy, girl, and hope your lady wife or partner is okay. It's a scary moment being a dad. And are you getting the sleeps? Because I tell you now, babies can be hard work. But yeah, your local is still into a Verdant Taproom for the month of April. Oh, bless you, mate. Bless you. Ampersand. Yes, that's the one, isn't it? I did drink the Emperor's Brewery Sour collabs with Steel 66 or whatever they were called. St. Peter's Plum Porter is just a stunning beer. That's one of the beers that I'm going to have. Oh, sleeping well. You've done well, mate. Some kiddies, some babies don't sleep. We've always been lucky. 3 kids, one slept through the night after 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and then 2 months. No, I've not watched Moon Knight yet. No, I want to watch it tonight. Keep seeing snippets on Facebook, but I'm not watching it um, until the wife wants to watch it as well. Tonight will probably be the night though, and as a Marvel fan, really excited for it. Uh, the Marvel universe, because of COVID, it kind of stopped. Good evening. And it kind of stopped, and it's been a bit disjointed. Eternals is one of those films where you're either Craig Mater, been a while, and good to see you. The Marvel universe has stagnated, and then you had Spider-Man, and I don't know if Spider-Man. I think it's one of them films you either love or hate. I'm not sure Sony. I look. There were some great moments in there. Let me say, but Eternals. I fell asleep the first 3 bloody times that I watched it, and it's like Jesus Christ, this is the most boring film ever. And then the fourth time, I was sat on the computer and I was doing internet work and watching it, and I stayed awake the whole time with a whiskey swifter, as you do, or 2 whiskey swifters when I paused. Yeah, and I watched the whole movie, and then I got it because I watched it all. I got the film, and I seen different elements of stories from the whole Marvel universe. It's a bit psychological, a bit action, a bit of horror. Oh, that's different then. Right. I mean, Shang-Chi was a belting film. And again, these storylines to come off that, which are interesting. And the fact that Captain Marvel was there at the end, Bruce was there, but in his Brucey form with his bad arm, that was interesting. And I hope they don't kill the Avengers off, because the Avengers is what made Marvel, these Marvel films, world phenomenons. You know, whether you like Marvel or not, Avengers Endgame was some bloody film, and the film before. And killing it off would not be a good idea. It was a good film, yeah. Bit confusing in some ways, but yeah, good film. Here we go. Own bargains in Wales. Spider-Man was a part. It's funny how everyone thinks different films. Batman film, yeah. I like Robert Pattinson, isn't it? You know, because he was in Harry Potter. But I'm not really a Batman fan as it was. It's a bit dark for me, and I'm not keen on bloody dark films at all. You marvel at all these films. I mean, if you look at Disney and this all the series that were on Disney, the standout series by far was Hawkeye. Hawkeye had humour, happy endings. Me too, mate. Hawkeye had both humour, even Black Widow, her sister. She was as an assassin, bloody funny and damn attractive as well. Jesus. But don't let the wife see that. But yeah, she was both funny, but also, you know, she had charisma. Charisma. If you're a wrestling fan back in the day, charisma carries you. And this is a thing with all of these characters. Robert Downey Jr., make no doubt about it, is an amazing Iron Man, because he not only does he play the part well, but he's got charisma. And some of these superheroes, yeah, they're big bloody superheroes, but they've got nothing to them. They're just not. They ain't got the charisma to take them forward, in my opinion, anyway. You reckon? Kingpin's going to be interesting, isn't it? Loki was good. The female Loki, the interaction between Loki and the female Loki was just, it was cracking. It was. Scarlet Witch, that took some time to get going, and I did find it a bit odd. The storyline was a bit difficult. The first few episodes, it's like, what the bloody hell is this? Yeah, yeah, storylines. So I'm looking forward to seeing Moon King, is it? Or Moon, whatever it is. Moon, I ain't got a clue. Moon Summit. And seeing where that goes. And, you know, in the long run, I'm hoping that the Marvel Universe, you know, obviously COVID has been, it's been a killer, because it's ruined the flow. We had a great flow with the Marvel Universe for years, and it has ruined the flow a bit, because we've all got out of the habit of watching films at the cinemas, and you know, it'd be good to get into it. And I'm looking forward, for me personally, looking forward to getting back into Harry Potter, the world of Harry Potter, Secrets of Dumbledore. I've heard they've slagged it off. And yet, for me, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I hope the film, I know what happened. Daredevil series. I like Daredevil, but I found it a bit difficult to get really, really into. Likeable character, but the storyline, you know, it's like he needed help from somebody who could actually see. Yeah, the storyline I found a bit difficult. I haven't watched Iron Fist and Jessica, whatever her bloody name was. and the other one, the ones on Netflix. I haven't watched them, so I don't really know those. But you're hoping they make it to the big screen, because in these times when the world is strange again, flip me, 2 years of COVID, and then we have this bollocks in Ukraine, and we need to come out of this and move forward as a world. Putin's actions are stupid, but yeah, this escape from reality is brilliant. Iron Fist with Luke Cage. Luke Cage. Beer reviews with Batman. Yeah, I'm not really a big Batman person. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into gender neutral either. I mean, personalities are personalities for a reason. All on Disney Plus. Right, yeah. I've heard, I'm sure I've heard that there's a new Lord of the Rings film coming out this year. And again, as a Lord of the Rings fan, if that's true, sure I've seen a trailer, unless it's a fake trailer. Because sometimes, with the amount of fake stuff these days, you never know if something's real or true. But Lord of the Rings, I love the Lord of the Rings films. The Hobbits weren't as good as the original, let's be fair. But they were interesting prequels, shall we say. But it'd be interesting to see, a Lord of the Rings moving on from, what happened 20 years ago. Amazon Prime. That the Lord of the Rings you're on about, yeah. Oh, it's coming to Amazon Prime. Oh, it's prequels again. Right, yeah. It is a great beard, nonetheless. Yeah. Right, I have to keep my eye out on that. Yeah, like I really struggle with TV these days. Not enough hours in the day. What with work, I mean, sometimes I'm working 11 hours a day. So, by the time I take traveling into the equation, that's 12 hours. And you don't miss, you see very little of life. And I don't really watch TV as it is. So, and then I fall asleep early because I'm knackered. And, you miss things. And I do hope a lot of you are available next year, for those who are here now and talking, for July the 14th, 2023, the Wraggy Beer Festival at Cockcliff Country Hotel in Arnold. Yes, up to 25, and I'm open 25, depends on what I can afford. 25 local kegs and bag in box, and should be great. Helps working from home 4 days a week now. Yeah, yeah. Traveling kills me because it just takes everything out of the equation. But a grand meetup of the beer review community at my wedding vows would be something. We've got a year and a bit to think of it, so if people can, it would be great. If people can't, well, fair play, you can't win them all. Um, but it would be awesome, and it'd be like a big beer review. Everyone taking piss out of each other's beers, out of the beers from local. It'd be funny, especially with some of the brewers there as well. So I'll be inviting some brewers as well. Should be a good night. Yeah, I'll just be standing outside drinking beer all night. I will. Yeah, stuff dancing. But there you go. And get the wife onto craft beers by then. We'll all be outside drinking beer. Yay. Job's good. It's going to be a good night, mate. Yeah, I'm having the wedding in the daytime, so small wedding thing, and then in the evening, it's going to be the beer fest. Trembling Madness. Do you know I've still not ordered from Trembling Madness? Yeah, I may do in 2 months' time. I may order from them and see how things go. Really, with them, and try and get some beers that I've not done before, like the Trappist and all that sort of stuff. Stag do near Belper, about 30 minutes away, 35 minutes away from me. Stag do, eh? There's another thing. April next year, I will be having a stag do in April. Never had a stag do for my wedding. And I didn't trust the mates I had at the time, not having people getting me pissed out my face and tying me to a lamppost, because later on, you know, I'll be knocking the shit out of them, small as I am. But, um, Verdant yeast. I've heard somebody brewed with Verdant yeast the other day. I've seen it somewhere where somebody's done beers within 24 hours. That's amazing, mate. That is amazing. Yeah, there was a beer the other day that was done with Verdant yeast. Shiny's Taproom is stunning, Adam. If you can, if you can get there and get a taxi back to wherever you're stopping, amazing. The amount of beers on in there is staggering. Yeah, it's been highly recommended to me. 2.5 ABV just goes to show you. Sometimes low ABV is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Anyway, 36 minutes in, my dinner's coming, so I can't be too long. But from Verdant, for a 3.8%er, it looks amazing. Like I said, it looks like a double IPA. It's got that beautiful colour, lovely white head, good lacing. There was good carbonation. Good hoppy tropical nose on this. And I can't believe the ABV. People, money, space, time. 3.8%. Atom Nano. Oof. Yeah, I think you might be late. Yeah, about 7 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry, I've just been down the Shiny Brewery. yeah. Hope you can, well, I think you can hold your beer, so you're all good. But yeah, cracking beer. Love the colour of it. And if you was in a pub and other people are drinking 8%, this would stand easily against them. And sometimes, when you're out drinking, peer pressure can get to people. Why are you drinking low alcohol? Why are you drinking this? So to get something like this and say, oh, it's 8%, even though it's 3.8, not that you should be like that, not that anybody should do that to you, but I've been there in the past. Peer pressure. What are you drinking that for? And sometimes you want a lower ABV beer to recuperate and recover from something big before that's walloped you. And there you go. It's not all about the big ABVs, and I totally respect that. And it smells and looks good and tastes good as well. So again, can't fault it. For me, don't normally do 3.8%ers, but a good 4.2 out of 5. Enjoyed this. Cheers, Verdant. And got it from Lord Harrowby in Grantham when I was over there last week. Cracking pub. If you're ever in Grantham, it's not far from the train station. And belting little pub. And the Grantham Canberra Pub of the Year as well. So, just want to say that just in case anybody is watching in the future. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining in tonight. I've killed the comments again, haven't I? And and it's been a great night. It's great to be doing lives daily again, although Friday and Saturday I won't be for obvious reasons, I'm out. But other than that, I will be live every single night again at 7:30. Cheers, David. How are you, matey? And try and build the community back up again. The nano cloud water. But anyway, thank you everyone. Have a good one. Stay safe. Hey. And cheers all. You're on my list. Hey. Cheers everyone. See you soon.